Hi, Vanessa here. In this video we are making this coaster. Okay, so this is actually an old pattern, and I made a video a long time ago, and a lot of people were commenting about how they couldn't see what I was doing, or they just couldn't follow along. I mean, I did get positive feedback as well, but it was a really old video, so I had to make a few new coasters, so I figured I'd redo the video for those that were having trouble. Okay, so this one measures about 6 inches across. I did use a larger hook than I did the first time. This one is a 5mm. The old pattern I used a 4mm crochet hook. So you can use different crochet hook sizes depending on how big you want your coaster. Okay, so for the gauge, each of my double crochet rounds are about 1/2 inch. Okay, so depending on your gauge, you can switch up your hook size and make it the size you want. Again, this one is about 6 inches. Okay, so let's talk about the materials that you'll need. I used some leftover Lion Brand's Comfy Cotton Blend. This is in the color Stained Glass, and this one actually recommends a 6mm crochet hook, but I went down to a 5 and it still was a larger coaster, and I like the size of it. But again, if you want a smaller one, then I recommend going down to a 4. The 4mm in the original pattern gave me about 5 to 5.5 in diameter, depending on your tension. Okay, again, I am using a size H, 5.0mm. This is Knitter's Pride's Rose Collection, and it has Swarovski crystals on the very end right here. Okay, then you'll need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. Okay, before we begin, don't forget to subscribe for future videos and turn on the notification if you're interested in receiving notifications for new videos. All right, let's get started then. Okay, so we're going to start with a magic ring. Hold your tail with your left hand and wrap your yarn around and over that strand. Insert your hook into the circle that you made. Grab the working yarn, pull it up. Okay, and then you want to chain 2. Okay, so that does not count as your stitch, so you're going to want to work 12 double crochet stitches into the center of the ring. Okay, so round 1, we are going to work 12 double crochets around, and the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. To work a double crochet, you want to yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so that's 1. You want to work a total of 12, so 11 more. That's 2. Okay, so if you need, you can pull on the tail to make your ring smaller if it's more comfortable for you. Okay, so that was my 12th stitch. Just pull on your beginning tail to tighten that center. Okay, and you're going to slip stitch to the first double crochet. Okay, so this right here is your chain 2, and so that's your chain 2 right there. This is actually your first double crochet, so you want to insert through the top through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Okay, so that's joining your round with a slip stitch. Okay, so round 2, I'm going to recommend the chainless double crochet. Pull up a tall loop, and then holding on to the yarn, you're going to take the tip of your hook and go behind, and then you want to insert it into the same stitch, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so we're going to work 2 2 double crochets in every stitch around. So that will give us a total of 24 stitches. So here is our very first double crochet. Into this same stitch here, we're going to work another double crochet. Yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so next stitch we are going to work 2 double crochet stitches. And in every stitch around, work 2 double crochet stitches. And you should have a total of 24 stitches before you join your round. If you're not comfortable and you're a beginner, I recommend that you count your stitches. Okay, I'm at the end of the round. I have 1 stitch left. I'm going to work my last 2 double crochet stitches into the last stitch. So now I'm going to slip stitch to the first double crochet. So round 3, we are going to start with a chainless double crochet stitch into the same stitch, work your double crochet. Okay, so we're going to increase every other stitch. So this is our first double crochet stitch. In the next stitch we're going to work 2 double crochets, and then in the stitch after that it's going to be 1, and then in the stitch after that it'll be 2. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Okay, so here's our first one. Into the second stitch we're going to increase, working 2 double crochets into the same stitch. The next stitch will be just 1 double crochet. The next stitch is 2 double crochets. So you're increasing every other stitch. And you should have a total of 36 stitches at the end of your round. So next is 1 double crochet, and the next is 2 double crochets. Okay, repeat that all the way around. Okay, so you should end with an increase, working 2 double crochets into the last stitch. Okay, so join your round with a slip stitch to the first double crochet stitch. Okay, round 4. We're going to start with a double crochet stitch, and then we're going to chain 1, and then in the next 2 stitches we're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Okay, chain 1, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 1, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So that is the repeat all the way around. Okay, so I'm at the end. You should have 36 double crochets with a chain 1 after every 2 stitches. Okay, so right there's a chain 1, and then after these 2 there's another chain 1. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1. So I'm at the last stitch here. I'm going to, so these 2 will be the set of the 2 because there's a chain 1 here and a chain 1 there. So I'm going to slip stitch to the first double crochet to join. Okay, so now we're ready for round 5, and that's your last round where we will create the scallop, so the shell stitches around. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1, and then into the first chain 1 space you're going to work 7 double crochet stitches into this chain 1 space. So yarn over into the next chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 1. you're going to work a total of 7 double crochet stitches all into that same chain 1 space. Okay, the 7th double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to skip over to the next chain 1 space right there. This was the first, that's the second one. We're going to work just 1 single crochet into that chain 1 space. Okay, so now we're going to go into the next chain 1 space, working 7 double crochet stitches. So another shell stitch. So that's 2, 3. Okay, into the next chain 1 space here, 1 single crochet. So we're alternating into each chain 1 space. We're working 7 double crochets, 1 single crochet, 7 double crochets, and then 1 single crochet. Okay, so into the next chain 1 space, 7 double crochets. Okay, next chain 1 space, 1 single crochet. Next chain 1 space, 7 double crochets. So go ahead and repeat alternating the shell stitch and the single crochet in every chain 1 space. Okay, so I just worked my last shell stitch and I have 1 chain 1 space left. I'm going to work my single crochet, and then right here where you chained 1 and worked your first shell, that's where you want to slip stitch to join. Okay. All right, so now we are going to just fasten off. Okay, so run this through the loop, pull tight. Okay, so weave in your ends on the wrong side. Make sure it's secure. Okay. So I like to run my needle through and then wrap it a couple of times, keeping my finger there, pulling this through. Whoops, don't catch the rest of your work. All right, then just weave in the beginning tail as well. Okay, so a couple of things. The comments that I received was their coasters would curl. Okay, so then you probably want to add 1 more double crochets to your shell, so work 8 instead of 7. And if yours is too wavy, meaning that you have too many stitches, then reduce the 7 to just 6 double crochets. So I hope that solves some of the issues that people were having with their coaster either curling up or too wavy. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button if you'd like to receive notifications for when I post new videos. And don't forget to check out all of my other video tutorials. See you next time.